Hi there everybody, just thought I'd catch up and do a quick video for you. In contrast to my contracting nightmares video, I thought I'd do one on dream contracts. So the first one that springs to mind for me was Hong Kong. So I'd been to Hong Kong before, I think for about 4 days once, as a tourist, as you do. And I sort of liked it. I really wanted to love the place, but I didn't fall in love with the place. So then I got the opportunity, it was actually when I was living and working in Australia, to go back to Hong Kong to work for a guy that I'd worked for before, actually in Singapore. Excuse me, I've just done a 5K, so a bit sweaty and sniffy. So I got the opportunity to go to Hong Kong again. So he paid for my flights to go from Sydney to Hong Kong, and I think he paid for my travel time as well. So he paid me 1 extra day at the start of the contract and 1 extra day at the end of the contract. So I mean, that's pretty good going. He also requested that rather than me staying in an expensive hotel, because I knew him, that would I consider staying at his apartment, his flat, with his girlfriend or fiance, whoever she was, whatever she was at the time. He wasn't married. And we were good friends, so I knew him quite well, so I agreed to that. So that I obviously did that because I knew it was going to help him by not, the company not having to shell out and pay for expensive hotels and meals and stuff like that. But I also did it because from my experience of working in places overseas, places like Singapore, is that when you're in a hotel, it just feels like you're going from the hotel to an office, and back to the hotel again, and you have your dinner in the restaurant and you go to your bed and that's it. And it just seems this sort of cycle, and if you're lucky you get to see the place, but more often than not you don't have the opportunity, you don't have the time, you don't know the place, for example, and you may be only there for a few days, or you're there during the week, you don't always have a weekend there. So I knew that I was going to go there, for example, to Hong Kong on a Saturday morning. I was going to stay that weekend, work a full 5-day week, and then I think come home on the Sunday night. So I knew I was going to get 2 weekends there. And I really knew that staying with, him and his fiancée was going to be really, really beneficial to me, because I was going to be working there and living there like a real resident, like an expat living there. And so I really wanted that. I love to travel. Travel, as you know, is one of my, sort of higher values, along with food. And so Hong Kong really, it did appeal to me, and I wanted to give it a second chance because I didn't enjoy it as much the first time. So, and one thing I remember vividly about the place, it was fantastic week. And fantastic those 2 weekends, like I say. But I remember my bedroom, right? Because real estate space is obviously quite premium in Hong Kong. And so everything's very, very compact and squashed. And he was staying in some large, big apartment block, 40 floors high or whatever it was. And I just remember that my bed, the feet, my actual feet off the end of the bed were touching glass. That was where the glass window was, and it was 40 something floors down. So I remember going and peering up to the edge of it and just, oh my God, nearly shitting myself, because I'm quite scared of heights, even though I've done bungee jump and parachute jump and stuff. But just remember looking down, and it was just the fact that my feet were right next to the end of that drop there that really did make me panic a little bit. I had this feeling that I was going to, have a nightmare or something, sleeping, and end up falling 40 floors or something. But I think that was why I had to go out every night and get pissed. So anyway, I just vividly remember that, so I wanted to share that with you. But my overall thing for the whole, 5, 7, 9 days there was that it was just a fantastic experience. Even though it was just 5 days work, the rate was good. It was about 400 or 500 quid a day back then, and we're talking you're sort of about year 2000, something like that. So it was it was okay money still, and but I did it for the experience. I did it to help him out, and because I wanted the experience of going to Hong Kong and seeing my friend and just enjoying the place. And it was just fantastic. The work went really well. It was quite straightforward work. but it was the evening stuff. It was doing stuff in the evening, doing stuff at the weekends. It was really, you know, work hard, play hard mentality, which was absolutely fantastic, really rewarding as well. So one of the most memorable dream contracts I've had. I hope that's useful to you to balance the contracting nightmares with some dream contracts. And you know, I'll ask you the same question. What dream contracts have you had, or what dream contracts would you really, really love in your life? If you share them below, I'd love to hear. All the best. Speak soon. Bye.